Hey y'all, Spirit told me to remind you of something today. And what Spirit said to me is don't rush the roots. Don't rush the roots, y'all. If you have an understanding of root work, you will understand why I say don't rush the roots. See, everybody loves the fruit. They love to get the fruits of their labor. Who doesn't? The money, the blessings, the positive energy, the relationships that we garner, the good ones, the promotions, the business boom. I get a lot of that. But I also get a lot of different things as well. Don't rush the root. But what we don't want to talk about is the root season. The root season. The part that happens underground, where nobody claps for you, where nobody sees the progress and the hard work and dedication that you put in your stuff, where it looks like nothing's happening. When the business slows, nobody don't never talk about that, because that happens where you don't sell things, people don't book your works, or your analytics ain't matching up. I get it. There is a root season to everything, but really everything that matters is happening for you, even when it's not happening, as long as you stay aligned. That's the process a lot of y'all are trying to skip. Rushing. Rushing. But if you rush roots, you're going to ruin your harvest. I have a lot of people come to me, how do I make this quicker? A little bit of cinnamon. Well, it's not happening because you're not aligning. I don't really care what you use, what herb, what psalm, what scripture, but if you are not aligned and you thinking that it's supposed to be divinely given to you because that's what you want, but you don't put in the work, that's rushing your work. If you look at, and I wrote this down right here, if you look at the passage, it's going to be Jeremiah 17, verses 7 through 8. I'm going to go on skim a little bit, but blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought, and never fails to bear fruit. You can rewind that back to hear me speak that passage, or go look it up yourself. Listen to the flow of that scripture. It didn't say the blessing comes quick. It didn't say the tree sprouted overnight. I never knew. Have you ever seen a tree sprout overnight? It said roots by the stream, roots that anchor, grounded, roots that don't panic when the drought shows up. That's how you know you a strong being. Because in all business, sometimes things dry up, but if you don't stay still and stay knowing, you're going to lose. Some of y'all are so focused on the fruit that you don't realize Spirit is still working on the root. And the root is what's going to keep you standing when the storm comes. As soon as a storm comes to some of y'all, you start wavering, getting scared. Not too long ago, y'all, I was a couple of months ago or so, me and my husband was in like a deficit of money, right? Let's talk real. where looking at our finances, because things happen, we were getting behind. And I say we because it's a partnership, right? But I am the one that's over the finances. He makes the money. I'm good at that other part. So I started praying overflow and breakthrough for money to flow in. But Spirit is first going to test how you manage the $20 you got in your pocket. You can't skip the root of discipline and expect the fruit of abundance, y'all. I can tell y'all, I did had a season where I begged Spirit for more clients and bigger money. But every time I got a little increase, I wasted it. This is back now, you know. Ate out too much, because y'all know Lady V love to eat. Yeah, dude, birthday coming up. I bought things I didn't need. I don't need not another bag, not another shoe. Not, I love a good outfit. I'll go to the Goodwill and find me something nice. But as far as going into the store, I done lost a lot of weight. I don't really do that, but I was doing that. And knowing good and damn well I don't need another t-shirt. I didn't need. I wasn't putting back into my business. And Spirit shut it down until I learned what we call stewardship. That was root season, y'all. And once I learned it, the fruit came and I could actually keep it. Like the season I'm in now, business is hard, right? Y'all gonna always remember, if you own your own business, it's a flow and it's a deficit. You'll understand that. So when you're flowing, you got to put away for when you're not. You know what I'm saying? So that's a business owner, business mindset. Somebody listening is praying for love. You want that marriage, the companionship, the partner that really and truly understands you. I get it. But you're still bleeding from the last heartbreak. I'm going to tell y'all, Spirit will slow that blessing down so you don't poison it. You don't pull and put that new poison or that old poison into that new relationship. That's roots. If you ever been through a relationship where you realized you weren't healed yet, you know what I'm talking about. I've been there. You carried the old wounds into a new situation and wondered why it fell apart. Spirit blocked it. It blocked that cycle until you rooted in self-love. Rooted in boundaries. Rooted in clarity. So the fruit of love can last. Some of y'all need to do these clarity candles. Y'all already be seeing what you need to see. But if you want to get clear on it, book a clarity candle. But make sure when you see it, you understand it. Okay? Flowing into business and purpose. And then there's business. Business. Some of y'all want the followers, you want the movement, you want the money, you want the customers, you want the sales, you want the influence, you want the recognition. But Spirit is checking your consistency first. I'm that. That's happening to me right now. I should have way more followers than I do. And let me tell you why I don't. Because I don't go on live to gain followers. I should. But is that my first, what I really want to do? I don't know where I am right now, y'all. I really don't know. I'm creating still. Even after years of root work, I'm creating my brand. My whole brand. Because you keep showing it. If you keep showing up when people not buying, tell me, would you do that? Would you keep posting videos nobody ain't liking? Would you keep logging on to Zoom when nobody is logging on with you? No. So Change avenues. That's root work though, but you got to set the root, because if you can't handle the small feats, you won't be able to handle the big ones. You won't be able to survive when you do level up. You're going to lose it. Spirit lets you go through the quiet seasons, y'all, so your roots know how to drink deep when the fruit finally comes. Roots is never glamorous. I say this all the time. Nobody sees this. Nobody don't really see how you rooted. They don't get to applaud you all the time. I do a lot of healing works for women. Women usually attach to me, and nobody don't applaud me for getting you away from that fuck ass dude, or letting you see that you are more than enough, or making you align up with what you say. I don't never really get applause for that, but I don't have to, because I know that Spirit said good and well done. That's why I don't never compare myself to other people's fruit, because that's not mine to eat. That's not mine to bear. That's not mine to harvest. Some folks sprout real quick though, overnight, too fast. But they do look for overnight success. I've been doing this for years, not in front of people. This is a newbie, but I've been working, healing for years. I'm going to tell y'all a biggie that everybody should know. Shallow roots mean that you probably not going to survive the storm. You're never going to last in a drought in your business. So I'm telling y'all, if you have these businesses, sometimes it gets distorted. You're not going to have it every month. You got the flow. And that's how you're going to be built to last. Build your shit to last. Within the proper time is when you're going to reap the harvest. It's never going to be your time. It's not going to be when you think you're ready. It's going to be the proper time whenever it happens. All you need to do is stay aligned. If you're not aligned with it, it's never going to come. Roots first, fruit after. Roots first, fruit after. So let me give you something simple you can do in your root season, y'all. You can journal. I love to journal. I keep books, y'all. Y'all know I love books. I love journals. I love calendars. I love notebooks. I love books, period. Write what you're learning now, not just what you're waiting for. What have you learned? I've learned in this season that people sometimes don't respect boundaries. And people will flow, then go. They'll drink and eat and then shit and leave. Right? That's just what it is. But journal your truths. Journal things out. I want you to also pray psalms of patience and strength. Let's talk about how important it is in hoodoo for Biblemancy. Get you a Bible, y'all. I found a $1.50 Bible at the Dollar Tree, so you can write in it. But I also have a study Bible that I paid a lot of money for. Biblemancy is in root work and hoodoo. Psalms 1 is good for patience and strength. The 27th Psalm is good for patience and strength. And the 37th Psalm is good for that as well. These are anchoring your spirit. It'll anchor you into what you want. It is anchoring you. Okay? Read those. Always make sure you're visualizing your roots, not just the fruit. If nobody is rooted into what you got going on, get rid of them. Clip them and let them go. Light your candle. Not just a picture of money, not just a picture of the love, not just a picture of the business. You want to have a picture of a spiritual deepening your foundation so it lasts. Get a picture of, I don't know, like a sunset rooted in just something that is intuitively within that meaning, and work that. around a candle. That way you're going to align with the process instead of fighting it. You got to align with it. So don't dig, y'all. Don't dig up your seed just to check if it's working. Because a lot of y'all do that. That means your thought process. Oh, is it working? And we speaking things not literally, right? You got to understand when a spiritualist talks and says things. Don't curse your ground. The thoughts, the I don't, the speech. Stop it. I know a lot of y'all, when I am in my readings, any reading, I do love and relationship and life path readings too. Book that as well. Those are available. But I hear a lot of I want, I need, I gotta have. And I'm like, you ain't commanding. Spirit is always working in the dark, y'all. In the quiet, in the places you can't see it yet. You got to trust your roots. Because once they're strong, the fruit will come in heavy. You can't overwater and you can't underwater. You got to go. But you be consistent. And when it comes, it just won't feel like a blessing. And it just won't feel like a moment. It'll sustain you for a lifetime. It'll stick. So hear me clear, y'all. Don't rush the root. Stop rushing the root. If life feels like slow, hidden, it feels quiet right now, that's not punishment. That does not mean it is not working. That's preparation. Spirit is building your foundation for your blessings. Blessings that's going to last. Okay? Y'all have an amazing rest of y'all day. Eat from the plate if you need to. If you do not have a need for it, leave it on the plate for someone else. Y'all have an amazing rest of y'all day. And Ashe. Bye, y'all.